The Steelcase Leap chair is going to be revolutionized the way every single person uses it out there. And this is how we think it's going to go down. The Leap V2 is finally getting its independent detachable headrest, the first of its class ever made. And we're super proud to be the people that are actually introducing it with the help of the feedback from all the customers during our introduction and our prototyping phase. With that being said, I want to make a special message for all of the pre-orders out there. We appreciate each and every single one of you, and it's truly humbling that you trusted us with your hard-earned money with a product that's still not even developed yet fully. And we want to let you guys know that while we have had some delays, those delays are a little bit minor, but nonetheless still significant, and that's why we have to talk to you guys about that. We are expecting a delay of about 30 to 35 days beyond the original ETA for the headrest in the initial waves. Let's talk about why there's a delay, and we're going to mention why we think it's important for us to delay it even though we are 95% complete. We are in the mass production phase according to the tracker that you're going to be seeing on our website and in your emails. But there's one critical component that we actually had to revise while we were in the prototyping phase, and that is a brace that we developed for the headrest. The brace is going to support this headrest from having too much play on the x-axis. And that brace is going to be inserted in between the fabric of the Leap V2 in the back and the plastic. The hooks are going to be hidden in between the fabric and the plastic. This is going to be attached to this part right here on the bracket. They are going to be folded when you first receive them, and you're going to swing them up and attach them and hook them once you receive your headrest and unpackage it. This element was something that came later on during our prototyping phase because of one thing. We received a tremendous amount of feedback that there are shorter and taller people that are going to be using the headrest. So in order to do that, we had to elongate the bracket to give it the full range of motion that you're about to see. This elongated bracket made it a little bit more vulnerable, and thus we developed the brace. We developed it on time, and we originally still were going to beat that ETA. However, supply chain for only that specific small piece now is delaying the whole amount of thing. When you see the next couple of days, you're going to see production, and we already have some videos of many, or if not all, of the major components of the headrest are going to be done. You're going to see assembly of those parts and then also packaging of them. That final piece, unfortunately, was impacted on its own, and we're not willing to send you a headrest that's not going to function 100% as we intended it to function. We apologize for that, and we're going to send each and every one of you guys a small gift. If you watch to the end of the video, we'll tell you what that gift is, and we're going to go back to talking about why that brace was made to attach to the bracket. So like you said, the bracket extends all the way up. We had to elongate it. That allows the headrest to drop significantly all the way down in a level that we have never had any of our headrests drop before. This is going to drop below even the level of the top of the chair. So you have significantly shorter people will be able to enjoy this headrest. People that are really tall will be able to extend this vertical axis that's independent all the way up, and then adjust the bracket knobs to raise it up the highest point that they possibly can without going too far back on the x-axis and then tilting it forward. Thus, you have a huge range of motion. This allows the extremely tall individual to utilize the headrest, and then also the below average height individual to also use the headrest. That is why we have that brace, and that brace is coming out soon. It's a small part of it, but it's a critical part, and that's why we have to make it. As far as the headrest goes, this is a production sample, very close to what you're going to be getting. The only exception is the finishing on this is not completed. You're going to have a finishing on the headrest that actually represents and mimics 100% the Leap V2 texture and finish. So this is going to be structurally the same, the colors are going to be the same, and then also the fabric is going to be the same. This is, by the way, a molded foam that extends beyond the frame and actually has a very nice feature where it curls underneath and provides head and neck support at the same time. If we look below this, when you rest your head, your neck will also have level of cushion as well. Also, another thing that we try to stay true to the look and aesthetic of the Leap V2 is by incorporating, which we've done before in other headrests, elements of the back of the chair into the headrest. Here you'll see the very cool live back function and ribs on the Leap V2 being paid a tribute in our headrest. That same live back function, you'll get that benefit in your head. So it's a very cool thing, if anything, at least aesthetically. We would like to say also that, like our other headrest, this is going to be an interchangeable feature. You will be able to interchange the foam and the mesh anytime later on when you purchase the headrest, and you can do that maybe shortly after you purchase or many years after your purchase to enable you to have a renewed experience. So back to the small gift that we talked about. This is honestly because of the original first wave of customers, the people that purchased around for the April and the May ETA. The hundreds of those customers out of the thousands of pre-orders that we got, we're super excited to tell you guys, not only will you be receiving a headrest, but you'll also be receiving a mouse pad that has a wireless charger, free of charge, that will support your wrist. This is something that we'd like to give you guys free of charge, just as a small consolation for the additional 35 days that you're going to be waiting till you get your headrest. I completely understand for some people the time frame is still completely critical, and if you need a headrest earlier than that and you can no longer wait, feel free to send us a message and we're happy to do a full refund for the cancellation. But we appreciate those who have waited with us all this time and to wait a small period amount of time later. But we are going to now be showing you all of the stages of exactly where your headrest is at, beyond what we initially used to show you, which was designs and prototypes and 3D prints. This is actual production coming out of our facilities. There's going to be a small clip here showing you our molding of our bracket piece. And then in the next few days, you're going to be seeing other pieces being cranked out and then also assembled. So you're going to get a lot of this update sooner or later. And then when we go into the packaging phase, we're going to let you guys know when that happens. And then when it's finally shipped out from the factory, and then we're going to have them in hand so that we can ship them. I want to let you know that the subsequent phases after May are likely going to be hitting their original ETAs. If anything, there is maybe a couple days delay, but they're going to be very close to the original ETAs. After that, we're going to likely, because of the huge amount of volume that we've been getting, have to continuously keep pushing back the timeline for fulfillment, the people that come subsequently after that, until we reach a critical velocity of production in which we actually have them in hand. And when that happens and we have them in hand, we're going to be raising the price to the full MSRP that you see on our site. Once that happens, you're likely going to be receiving your headrest within 3 to 5 days, however long it takes within the continental US to receive your headrest. Also, with all due respect to the international pre-orders that we got, full love to every single one of you guys, whether you guys are in Europe, South America, Asia, even in Africa actually. So we really love each and every single one of you guys. It's kind of overwhelming to see international pre-orders, let alone United States pre-orders. It was a really cool thing that we didn't honestly expect, but here we are, and we have already a tremendous amount of people that are ordering and all over the world. They can expect their shipping dates to be within the normal time frame that FedEx or any of the major carriers take. So nothing too tremendous. So for the people that made a very early pre-order when we only had a couple color schemes out there, I want to let you guys know that actually, yes, we do have a lot of other color schemes that we've come up with since, but if you want to change the color of your frame from the black to the platinum or platinum to the black, or change the fabric color that you have, we're more than happy to accommodate each and every single one of you guys. Because of the delay, we're going to be able to actually change your order still to the proper color that you would like, and we can still do that within the same time frame. It's not going to take extra because of the change. It will just probably be still within the same original delay that we mentioned. So we're happy to do that for free of charge for anyone that wants. Simply email us your order number what color you have and what color you would like to change to, and that's something we're completely okay with accommodating with. Again, the mouse pads are going to be a wireless charger incorporated for your phone, and it has a wrist support, and that's going to be free of charge. It's going to be in all of the pre-orders. That's an additional thank you on top of the discounted price that we are giving off of the MSRP. That is because of your trust, and that is because of your patience. So we thank you again for being so patient and really trusting us with this whole process. Like I said, we could have shipped these headrests out without the brace and then shipped you the brace later, but we are completely against having a less than satisfactory experience of what we don't intend. We want to ship you the chair headrest to be used exactly how we intended it to be used, and that requires those braces to be there so that the chair's headrest completely supports your head and your neck without any compromise. Thank you guys so much, and stay tuned for any future updates.